Hello, my name is Abiodun Mabadeje, your regular host on this channel, Abbeylosophy. Today, it is going to be different on the channel. We are going to have a guest, and it is going to be an interview with our guest. I'm sure you already know who our guest is. He is the one and only Deyemi OKANLAWON, aka Deyemi the actor. But before we get into all of that, you know, of course, how we do it. Remember to like, comment, and share this video. And in case you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do not forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. I will be right back. Now, we already know that Deyemi is a very well-known actor in the Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood. He is a very good friend of mine. I have had the privilege of being on stage and on set with him on several occasions. We've been part of some projects together, and I can tell you that in this interview, you are going to get to know Deyemi beyond just the screen. I mean, Deyemi is a very good person, not just a good actor, but a good person. So sit back, relax, and let us meet Deyemi OKANLAWON.
My name is Deyemi OKANLAWON, and I am an actor and a creative entrepreneur. Well, for school, I went to International School Lagos in Unilag, and I also studied chemical engineering at the University of Lagos. Work experience, I started working with my mother at a place called Baker's World, and I used to sell her bread and cake on campus in Unilag. After which, when I graduated, I joined her company. I went on to start Quicklinks Marketing Solutions, after which I got a job with a company called ProShare, then Billfish, which was acquired by OLX, and at that time I became the head of marketing for OLX. So acting for me has been a lifelong process. I've been acting since as far as I can remember. I used to be in every primary school play. I used to love reading storybooks, so I had a very good imagination, and I didn't realize that with all that I was doing, I was actually honing something. I was honing a skill. I think secondary school, I didn't do much of acting. Early years of Unilag as well, I didn't do much of acting until I joined a faith-based group, and I joined the drama department. I went on to, when I graduated, joined a church organization, and was part of I was part of their senior drama department, and then I was the head of the junior drama, dance, and music department. Sometime in 2011, I then went for a training program with the Del York Film Institute, for acting for film training. But before that, in 2010, so in 2010 I had done some auditions. I got in some 2 roles. Then I went for the training, and things started to just happen gradually from there. People have always asked me, about acting as a talent or as a skill. People saying, is it something that you're born with, or is it something that you can develop? I think it's a little bit of both. I think for me, there just might be certain things about me that make me, more able, than others to perform as an actor, to take on characters and, make them believable, take them from paper, make them into believable entities. And so I think that, there's that innate talent, something genetic, but also there's a lot of work, that is involved in developing that into a skill. and that for me is really my definition of passion. Passion is something that you're good at and that you hone into a skill and that you keep getting better and keep getting good feedback, and that's when you can say you're passionate about something. But most importantly, I would say that everything that I've gone through in my life sort of prepared me for this, the good, the bad, experiences, even as a science student, as an engineering student, as a sales and marketing executive, all the people that I have met and interacted with, all of these things that have happened in my life, that I didn't really understand why then sort of like makes sense to me now. And so that's where I kind of like draw all, or a good part of my process from, really. So I've always been a very strategic person. So from the get-go, I had a clear vision of the kind of career I wanted to have, what I wanted the career to do for my life. I knew the kind of people I wanted to work with, or I had a vague idea of the kind of people I wanted to work with. I would make lists, I would write my goals down. I had this clear-cut vision. And then as I get to that goal, I dream a bit bigger, and then I get to the next goal, and I stretch my mind a bit further. Of course, as I said, I was in sales and marketing, so the ability to network and position myself properly, either through one-on-one interactions with producers and directors and other filmmakers, or when I'm in front of the media and I'm doing interviews, or even when I just develop plans and strategies, and just trying to figure out, it was kind of, this is like me having a business plan. I literally develop a business plan, quote unquote, a career plan, for myself, and I work the plan. I say to my colleagues all the time, when you're not on set is when you need to work the most. And so I constantly have things that I'm doing. Either I'm on set working as an actor, or I'm working on the business side of acting, which makes sure that I have my next gig coming. So I never in my life ever looked at what other people are doing. So colleagues or otherwise, I'm inspired by people who are doing great things, really. And then I take that inspiration, I put it into my work, and I keep moving. I'm not looking for details of what people are thinking about me. I've never really, as a human being, been one who cared much or gave much thought to people's opinions about me. As long as I know that, I know the kind of person I am, I know who I am, I'm never really worried about that. So no, I've never really sat to think about whether anybody feels a certain type of way about where I am or where I'm not. I think there's so much more that I could be doing, and that people really should just focus on those who are bigger than them, those industry giants that have gone ahead of us, and let's try, to push the industry even bigger and grow our careers even bigger. So in life, as you grow, people that you're on the same level of thinking with will sometimes change. There are people who I've been friends with for 20, 30, 35, sometimes my whole life. People I've been friends with my whole life, and they're still there. And there's some people who I've met and we've interacted for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and we're not interacting anymore, either because we have different schedules, or we're in different geographies, or so on and so forth. So really and truly, again, I really don't give much attention to people's perception, and if that's the case, then it's on them. I'm still who I was, from time. I'm just on a different level of thinking. So I would mostly interact daily with people who are operating on that same level of thinking. Well, I think Christians need to deepen their thinking, really, and we have the spirit of wisdom, so there's no excuse to be shallow in our thinking as Christians. And so the same question will be asked the same way they're asking actors or people in entertainment, Christians possibly looking at that. I don't know if that's still the case today, but if there are people who look at entertainment as being not ideal, It's the same way, can you become a soldier if you're a Christian? Can you be a police officer or a politician if you're a Christian? And these are the places that we need Christians to dominate. So if you've been commanded to go out into the world and dominate, and then the crucial areas where you need to dominate you avoid, then you are operating, at a very mediocre level, by thinking that something is quote unquote unclean, like Peter said. I think the idea is to ground yourself as a Christian and understand the spirit of Christianity, not necessarily just the letter, but the spirit of Christianity, and take that into every field. Entertainment is one of those very powerful fields. Because of entertainment, the world has been led astray, and if we as Christians don't take over entertainment industry and other industries, then we'll be doing not just ourselves a disservice, we'll be doing our faith a disservice, we'll be doing our generations to come a disservice. There's no such thing as work-life balance, and anybody that tells you that is just playing around. Any true visionary or entrepreneur, or anyone who's really goal-oriented will tell you that there's no work-life balance. You go to work, and after you're done with work, you take some time off. You go to work and you work hard, you have a goal, you set it up. I'm not trying to say, I'm at work from 9 to 5 and then from 8 to 7. No. It's just not going to work like that. If you're really aspiring for something that is truly great, some sacrifices will have to be made. Your job is to make sure that you make up for those sacrifices. You make up for the lapses, when you're tunnel vision, and you're focusing on a goal, things that you couldn't focus on other than that goal, you can now figure out how to make up for those things, or have a process or a system in place that sort of helps you manage that. For me, I'm hard at work, and sometimes I don't have enough time, to be with those that love, my family, and I just, I'm grateful that, my wife is there to take up the slack, when I'm not available, and then when I am available, I'm available 110%, and I'm focusing on those other things that I let go of while I was just trying to be great. I think people who try to go into, because any industry, any field is difficult as it is. You're faced with not just the other people who are trying to get into the industry, or the challenges the industry throws at you, or what the economy is doing. You're faced with all of these things. And so I always tell people that entertainment is a difficult place to operate. However, you want to come in there, first of all with some sort of backup, so to speak, one, and then two, strategy. So most young people who ask me, I just tell them straight up, why don't you go and get a job? Why don't you go to school, get a job, live life, and experience life? It is out of life that your art will develop. It is out of life that your art will develop. And the more life you've experienced in different fields, I've done so many things, worked in so many places, met with and interacted with so many people, from school to workplace, to church, everywhere, that all the characters that I play come from those experiences, or combinations of those experiences. And so I say people should go and live life and experience things, and then come. It's not running away. Nothing is running away. Don't be in a hurry. Nothing is running away from you. Just go and live life. Be great somewhere else first. And then with that greatness, with that job experience that you have, with that, something that you have saved, over time, you can now come, and that way you're not desperate. You can't be pushed around because you're mature. You can't be hoodwinked because, you're not desperate, So that's my advice to young people, really. Just go and experience things, and then bring that experience into the industry. So yes. So I really don't have any mentorship program at the moment, but it's something that I'm thinking about. And once I figure it out, I would definitely let the world know. Look, last words, guys, dream big, dream very big. And with your dreaming, don't let it be limited by your circumstances. Don't look at the industry that you're trying to get into and say, oh, things are too tough. No, dream your dream. Let God take care of that. But then with that dreaming, have a clear-cut strategy. Sit down and try to figure it out. How best do I get in? How best do I succeed? Think hard, read hard, because that's where your ideas are going to come from. Read hard. I know you don't like to read, but read hard, because that's where your ideas are going to come from different fields, other actors, other types of entertainers, even other business people. Read about them and see what they did to succeed in their lives. And then finally, with the vision or the dreaming, and then with the strategy, be ready to work. Be ready to outwork any single person. Will Smith once said that if they put somebody on a treadmill beside him, only two things could possibly happen. Either he wins or he dies, because he would outrun, outmaneuver, outwork the next person. And you need to be ready to outwork everybody along your path, everybody around you. That's the only way to be guaranteed success. Dream and dream big. Plan and strategize with deep wisdom, deep understanding, and then be ready to outwork anybody around you. Hi guys, my name is Deyemi OKANLAWON. You should follow Abbeylosophy. Click the subscribe button.
All right, and that is Deyemi OKANLAWON for you. I'm sure you now know one or two other things about him that you probably did not know before now. Deyemi is, in his own right, has become an icon in Nollywood, the Nigerian movie industry. So remember again to like, comment, and share this video, and do not forget to follow Deyemi on his Instagram handle. You can see the link in the description to this video. Also, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, remember to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And finally, I have a gift for you in case you are new to this channel. Go to the description to this video, and then you will see the link to the gift I have for you. I bet you it will be worth your while. I have a second YouTube channel called Map TV. Like I said, I am an actor. That's why I said I have been on stage and on set with Deyemi OKANLAWON. But I have recently become a movie producer. I produced my first movie last year, September, and it will soon be released on my second YouTube channel called Map TV. Just go there. You'll see the link in the description to this video. Watch one or two videos there, and then comment, and then subscribe to the channel. Because if you don't watch one or two videos, if you just click the subscribe button, your subscription, after 2-3 days YouTube will remove your subscription. So you have to watch one video, at least like the video, make comment before you subscribe to the channel, and then just wait for when my movie Broken Walls will be officially released on that channel. I bet you good things are on the way, and very soon I'll be featuring Deyemi in one of my movies. That is a guarantee. Thank you again. I remain Abbeylosophy, your host on Abbeylosophy. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.